What is up, guys? It is me, Joe. Welcome back to the final part of Banjo-Kazooie. Now, I did practice this a little bit. I didn't really do that much though because I thought I didn't really need to. This boss battle is really simple. It's pretty much the only boss in the game if you don't count the giant TNT box as one, which I can't really say I can count it as one, mainly because I didn't even legitimately fight it. Now, the deal with Grunty is she has multiple phases, which the first one is obviously the easiest. All you have to do is move a little bit to the left or right out of the way. Now, you have to do this, I think, 5 times. Like, you have to hit her 5 times. I'm not sure about that, even though I just practiced this, so you'd think I would know. But I don't really know, so that's too bad. And if the camera doesn't mess me up, I shouldn't take that much damage. This isn't necessarily the hardest, and that fireball missed me. She's the best. Now, what you can do is you can hold the R button, which will center the camera. Now, in some cases that might be good, but what I prefer to do is I just use a C stick or the C button since it's N64, you know. And it depends on what works for you, what works better for you. The C buttons work better for me, even though it's a control stick. That might be why it works better. I didn't think that was gonna hit me, but I like how she has like 2 different laughs going on. So magic spell of Banjo homing, and she does have this one right here where you have to use a golden feather to deactivate it. The other way is to do that stomp glitch or whatever, that Kazooie beak bomb glitch, where you can, like, you have invincibility frames during the thing, so you could do that if you don't have any golden feathers, and I'm taking more damage than I probably should. And a trick with this part of Grunty is if you get over here fast enough, you can actually get in the next hits on her before she has time to even hit you. But you do have the risk of her knocking you off the edge, which that has happened to me a couple times, but it is worth it because it does make it faster. This is like normally a speedrun tactic, so you don't really need to do that. And that's it for that phase. I think the next phase is flying in the air. So let's see what happens. Yes, it is flying. This one is a lot more deadlier, mainly because you do have the chance of falling into the pit, which has happened to me numerous times, and I did not mean to do that. And another thing you can do is you could hold R to quickly turn Banjo. That will help you significantly in this part of the battle. And with this too, because you, like, it's a lot easier to move. I thought I didn't hit her because I accidentally moved during that. I don't know how many times you have to do this, because this is the part of the fight where I just stopped because I didn't think I needed to go on any further. Wow, I'm surprised I'm hitting Grunty doing this. So let's just use our epic dodging skills and not that. I'm surprised it didn't die there because it's really easy to die here. And thankfully when she hits you, it doesn't like instantly knock you in the pit, which they could have done that. Rare could have done that, but they decided not to be like that. So I think you have to do this like 3 or 5 times. 3 or 5, I should say. No. Make sure you don't hit the ground, because if you do hit the ground like right before the drop, Banjo might just instantly fall down and there's nothing you can really do about it. And I totally hit you. What are you talking about? So let's see if we can do this. Hopefully we don't run out of feathers. I don't think we will. And the best time to hit Grunty is when she stops like that, but she does not stop for that long. I think the only reason why she doesn't stop for that long is because... Whoa. Okay, that's never happened to me before. So I think you still have to stay in the air. Is this the... Yeah, she just has a shield. So you have to hit her at a specific time, and I did not want to do that. Oh no, you don't. You just have to wait. Our new friend's Banjo something or other didn't bother to read the text. Now, this reminds me a lot of Tooie because you kind of have to do this for one boss, although it's a lot different. Like, it's kind of the same as in you have to shoot eggs into it. But this is kind of the last part of the boss fight. Kind of, because you're pretty much doing this a second time, so it's really not that bad. So this boss fight is actually really short. Now, the boss fight in Banjo-Tooie, that's a lot worse. Trust me, it's a lot worse if you've never played Tooie. And I can tell you how much worse it is because I've played Tooie and I've done the boss and those stupid homing things. I did not mean to do that, but since I do have a lot of health, I don't really mind it taking that much damage. And that's probably what other people would suggest too, that you don't really worry about taking damage at this point, or just until the next part, because that's when the giant Jinjo statue comes up, and that's when you wanna like not really care if you take hits. But if you take too many hits, then you obviously do want to care. So this is an endurance test right here, and her homing is a lot better. She'd probably be on Kazooie for this. Is she shooting randomly? Okay, I don't think she shoots randomly, but it seems like it's not really hitting me. I am the mighty Jinjonator. Activate me. Hello, Terminator of Jinjos. This is pretty much the last part, and these do go through the statue, so don't think just because you're behind this that you're safe. Now this gets a little bit more tedious because she will start attacking, and you'll know when to stop because the little door will like clear up. And what I like to do is I like to not really care if I take hits because, well, what I try to do is I take a hit, and then in the invincibility frames what I'll do is I'll just keep on shooting an egg into the thing until it's done. Okay, so this is it right here. I don't care if I get hit anymore. Okay, use these invincibility frames to shoot it in here. And that's pretty much it. So this is the boss fight right here. Jinjo! Man, that Jinjo, I love that deep Jinjo right there. That was funny. So this is pretty much the end of the fight. All you have to do now is just watch this cutscene and pretty much bam, you defeated Grunty. Joe's Guide to Defeat Grunty, although I did a terrible job and I lost more health than I should have on this fight, I will admit that. She can take so many beatings. He's nothing but a feeble jerk. It's like, dang Grunty, how are you taking this many hits? I like the sounds. Jinjo, that's hilarious. Although I probably timed that bad. See, now originally that spell was supposed to hit you, at least in the beta of the game, and then you were supposed to play as Tooie or something. I'm not exactly sure if that's true. That might have been some made up stuff, but that's an interesting thought. That's not, it shouldn't have made that like hole because that's not how she was, but whatever. Now I really like how Banjo-Tooie stays true to this game, because in Banjo-Tooie, like 2 years later, because that's when it's set, she actually gets revived from the rock, and it's so hard to find games that actually stay true to the original. Now pretty much the game is done. Now all we have to do is just go through cutscenes, the credits, and that's pretty much it. Does it go through the cutscenes now? I think it does. Ooh, that Jinjo. Is that Jinjo always there? I think you have to like 100% complete it or something. But we have 100% completed this game. I'm not planning to 100% complete Tooie, mainly because I don't want to. The only reason why I 100% completed this game is because it's not really hard at all, even though I've never done it before because I haven't played this game that many times. But that aside, I'm not going to 100% complete Tooie, but it will be a lot of fun playing Tooie, because I just think Tooie is a lot more fun than this game. I just wish Banjo 3 would have been made, but then Microsoft came and, you know, all that dumb stuff happened. I always thought it would have been cool if Like if you 100% the game or something, you could play the game with those shades on. More games should do that. Like I know Super Mario Sunshine had the Shine Sprite jacket or shirt, whatever you want to call it. And, well, I don't think that was for completing the game, was it? Maybe that was, I'm not remembering, but that'd be cool if you could do that in this game, but with the shades. I can't think of any other game that did something like that. The only game that comes to mind is Super Mario Sunshine, when you get the Shine Sprite shirt and the shades too. You also get shades. I might Let's Play Sunshine, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that. That's probably going to be later, but I don't know. Quarry. I think now it's showcasing all the enemies. I'm not exactly sure. Gruntling. Nice. I like how all of these enemies seem to be walking in place. Like they don't walk around, they just walk in place, except for that guy. Thanks for proving me wrong, Termite. Big butt. There's big butt. Let's see. Grublin? Ooh. Didn't I say his name was Grublin before? I don't remember if I did. His name is Lakey. Yeah, Lakey. Oddly enough, you pack him up with eggs because that makes sense. Pebbles, or... yeah, he calls it Pebbles, I'm pretty sure, which is weird because... maybe because it's a beach. It would kind of make sense if you think about it like that, I guess. Ooh, Little Lockup. You know, the guy with the messed up textures. I don't know if you could fix that. Like, I don't know if there was an emulator setting that I could have changed. Yum Yum the Clam. He is the guy that ate the eggs. I don't know if he ever hit me in the Let's Play, though. I can't remember. Snippet. Now I'm making it sound like the game's not synchronized by saying these guys' names, like, way later than they appeared. So, sorry if I'm making it sound like that, but I assure you the commentary and video are synchronized. So we got Gloop, Bloop, Gloop. Just go really skinny, that was weird. Okay, Grilled Champa. Champa, why does that sound familiar? Do they use that somewhere in Tui? I don't know, like an enemy named Champa? Or is that a boss? No, wait, Champa. Wait, Champa's belly. Don't you go inside of a dinosaur named Champa and Tui and play a minigame? I think you do. His name, at least I think his name is Champa. That's probably where I heard it. I'm not exactly sure. Flibbit, which I got that question right. It was green, I think it was. Buzz Bomb, nice name. I think that's a mosquito. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that thing looks like a mosquito. And he's trembling. Groggy. Ooh, they did have their names. So it's Groggy, Soggy, and Moggy, I think. Yeah, Soggy and then Moggy. Or something like that. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, Moggy. I remember. So I don't think the bears were assigned to genders in Banjo-Kazooie, but in Banjo-Tooie, one of them is a girl. I want to say that one of their names is changed in Tooie. I don't know why. I think they're the same though. All I know is that one of them is a girl. Sir Slush, so I was right about him. His name is Sir Slush with the giant X on his head, because why not? Chinker. That's a weird name for an ice cube. Man, that reminds me of Banjo-Tooie, like the spot in, I think it's Cloud Cuckoo Land, where you shove an ice cube off the edge and you shove it off into another world, which is Hailfire Peaks, and then it goes into the like really hot water and it melts it. That's how you're supposed to not clean, but cool. I think it's cooling down the pool for the mutated pigs. It's either cooling or I think it is cooling. Yeah, because if you tried to go down, the pigs would be like, oh, that's too hot. So you had to use an ice cube to melt it. Man, I'm referencing Banjo-Tooie a lot. It just proves how much I really want to play that game. And just proves how much I remember of that game. It has been a decent amount of time since I played it too. But the main thing that I like in Banjo-Tooie over this game is just the fact that when you get notes, it doesn't like like it actually stays, it doesn't go away. Like how in this game, when you collect a note and die, it actually resets. I know they changed that in the Xbox version. It actually works like Tui, where you get a note and you die and it saves. That kind of took out the entire challenge of it, which is why not many people like that. This is a really good camera angle. So, and another thing is, in Banjo-Tooie, it's a lot easier to get notes. Like in the first level, the first world, which is Mayhem Temple, I'm surprised I know all these world names, but in Mayhem Temple, you get like all 100 notes, and I think not even a couple minutes of being there, mainly because all the notes come in 10. I think they come in 10 or 5. They might come in 5. Yeah, I think it's 5 that they come in, because it wouldn't make sense for 10. So in Banjo-Tooie, there's all the 5 notes, and then there is a treble clef note, which gives you 25 notes, I think, which a treble clef isn't really even a note. I don't think it is. Not really big into music, so I don't exactly know that. The Zubbas, which these guys do make a return in Tooie, but they're like in Cloud Cuckoo Land, which is the final level of the game. And it's weird, they also use that in the Lego movie, I'm pretty sure, like the name Cloud Cuckoo Land. I remember watching the Lego movie and they said Cloud Cuckoo Land. I'm like, wait, why is that so familiar? Then I realized that that's the last world's name in Banjo-Tooie. There's Mumbo messing around in the trees over there. I don't know what he's doing. So now that we've actually got everything, Mumbo will show us the hidden secrets, the stop and swap eggs. You have to get all the notes and jiggies for him to show these to you, I think. Secrets used in next game. Unfortunately, they weren't. Well, I think they were used, just not the way as intended. Let's see the pictures in Skirt Boy. Did you get all 100 jigsaw pieces? Just say jiggies, man. No one says jigsaw pieces. We sure did, Mr. Mumbo. I can't do voices. My voice. My throat. I got like mucus in my throat. I can't do voices even if I really wanted to. Get wrecked by coconut. Banjo-Tooie sounds great. Is it any good? Breaking the fourth wall yet again. Mumbo's jaw dropped in awe. Hey, why isn't it called Banjo-Kazooie Tooie? I'd better be in it too. Nah, she's not in the game. Actually, yeah, she is. Some of the stuff that they do with Kazooie is actually really cool. I actually really like it. It's gonna, like, that. Whoa. Why is it white? Okay, that was weird. Okay, the secret in the beach, you need to, I don't know how these were originally going to, come up. I think they're supposed to be activated now, but the only way to make these come up is by entering in a cheat code, I think. Like in the Sandcastle Flora, I'm not exactly sure where you even get these, but I'm pretty sure you need to enter it in the Sandcastle Floor for it to actually do anything. And the eggs and the key don't do anything, so there's really no point. Now, in the Xbox version, they actually found a way to make Stop and Swap work, which is one of the things that I really like. Unfortunately, I don't have the Xbox arcade version or any of that, so I've never tried that. But never really had an Xbox. Well, I have, but not long enough to like download, like buy Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie and like do all that stuff. But it actually really is interesting, but at the same time, while being interesting, it's not like, it would be better for me to do it from the N64 or emulator, because sorry, I have to clear my throat. Because what was I even saying? I forgot. Did I forget? Trying to think. Oh yeah, because in Banjo-Tooie, like for the N64, it actually puts the stop and swap items around the game, kind of like they're in little hidden spots. But in the arcade version, those aren't present, mainly because you get those in Kazooie, and ow, my eyes, I think I'm blind. That legitimately hurt my eyes. So yeah, that's probably one of the advantages of the N64 version compared to the Xbox version. The main advantage to it is obviously the more stability and like the smoother frame rate and all that. So this is pretty much the end. I'm pretty sure this is the end. Let's see. Ooh, I don't remember seeing this. Rock so heavy, but Klungo must rescue Mistress. And he's still doing with Centuria, which is hilarious. 2 years later, and Klungo is still trying to move the rock. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's just like rubbing up against the rock. So the end. So with that, guys, we are going to end the video here. So hopefully you enjoyed this series as much as I have. Sorry it's taken this long to complete this series. I've been doing other stuff, but I'm going to try to upload on a regular schedule more often. So yeah, I'm going to resume the Donkey Kong Country Returns series, and with that being said, see you later and goodbye.